Welcome back, everyone. We are in the NFC West now, starting things off with the Arizona Cardinals. Um, I haven't seen this name in a while, but they re-signed Colt McCoy, signed James Conner once again, which is big. Acquired Marquise Brown in that trade.
Oof.
Hollywood, you will be missed. Um, re-signed AJ Green. That dude's still in the league. It's crazy.
Oh my
Re-signed
God.
Zach Ertz, which is a great move. Re-signed Max Williams. So these are all a lot of re-signings, which is good, but not where you want to be considering what you lost. Obviously, losing Chase Edmonds to the Dolphins is a big blow. Yes, James Conner is really good, but having that sort of backup insurance is always important in the league. Lost Christian Kirk to the Jaguars. That boy got paid, so I don't blame him.
Yeah.
He let him figure that out.
Yeah.
Lost Max Garcia to the Giants. Jordan Phillips to the Bills. Jordan Hicks to the Vikings, and then the big one, obviously losing Chandler Jones to the Raiders and Malcolm Butler to the Patriots. So those are real big names on the defensive side of the ball, as well
Wait,
as some key pieces on the offensive side. Go ahead.
Malcolm Butler was in Arizona?
Yes, sir.
Wow, I did not know that. Okay.
Deep cut right there.
That's
Deep cut
that's
right
deep.
there.
That's deep. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Wow.
I think this team takes a significant step back. Obviously, D Hop is on that suspension as well.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know how he got caught, but Brady doesn't get caught at this rate. But um, I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see how Kyler Murray responds to this adversity. I think it's automatically assumed across the league that this is a rebuilding mode for them now. I don't think you get paid that much and want to be in that position. So I think if he's able to ball out and sort of shut up some of the haters, I think that'll be really good for him in his career. Do I think he has the roster to do it at the moment? No. It's tough. It is tough. And
Yeah.
in this division, it's stacked. Let's be real. Obviously, the
Hmm.
Seahawks don't count, but Rams and 49ers are sort of going to be in that conversation to make it to the Super Bowl no matter what. So I think this is a tough one. I'm going to go. I'm going to do it. Fuck it. I'm going to go 5-12.
Oh,
Wow. Wow.
wow.
Wow.
That's
Uh.
bold.
When your
Yeah.
when your best pass rusher is JJ Watt in 2022 in our Lord's year
True.
of 2022,
That's
you're gonna
true.
have some problems.
That's true.
Yeah. Can I go through their schedule real quick if that's fine?
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
of course.
Yeah. So this is gonna be real quick. Chiefs, Raiders, Rams, Panthers, Eagles, Seahawks, Saints, Vikings, Seahawks again, Rams again, 49ers, Chargers, Patriots, Broncos, Bucks, Falcons, and then the 49ers last week. So
And a
Shit, they
week
might go
13
two.
by.
They might go. They might go 2-15 now. I'm really interested to hear what you guys say because that didn't. That if anything, that reaffirmed me in my position here.
uh I was going to say maybe 9,
Wow,
but
really?
but
yeah.
but I think that's mainly because I think their offense can keep them into a lot of games. Just like we were talking about the Saints. I think that their offense is going to have to keep them in. And you get D Hop back after week 4, right? Or week 6, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Um I I'm gonna say it. I think they can win 8. I think they can do about 8 or I'll I'll say I'll keep it at 8, but I think they can their ceiling will probably be 9.
I'm the same.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
do. I go 8-9 with them.
That's mainly because I think that their offense is just gonna have to do that much. But you look at the offenses that they're going to go against this year. You said Chiefs, Raiders, Rams. That's
Bucks,
3 right there. They have Panthers, Eagles,
Bucks,
Vikings,
Chargers.
Bucks, Chargers. Those are 8 offenses and Broncos. I'm sorry. Those are 9 offenses that are going to give them trouble this year.
Yeah, there's a good chance they start off 0-5.
Yeah, Yeah, they might not win.
I think that's fair to say. I think they don't win
Yeah.
their game in first game until week 6.
And actually,
If
that game against Seattle is in Seattle, so that 12th
chance to
man
go
is
0-6.
crazy. So they probably, God, bro, yeah,
Yeah.
that
I
just
thought that was crazy.
that just made my case.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Dang, I'm still gonna say it. I'm gonna say 8. I'm gonna say 8.
I'll say 8 too. I think they could pull like a Dolphins from last year, where they started off like what was it,
Horrible, and
1-7,
then go on a
and like
run.
had that win streak. There's
Yeah,
a chance they do something like that, but
yeah.
yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out who's going to be
Because
their
you have,
wide
like you
receiver
said,
one in week
Marquise
one.
Brown. You said Marquise Brown.
Hmm.
I think they still have Rondale Moore.
Yep.
AJ
You have
Green is
Zach
open.
Ertz. I'm not counting AJ Green.
No,
So I can't do it,
no.
bro. I can't do it.
Not gonna be
So
able to do it.
yeah. Marquise Brown, Rondale Moore, Zach Ertz, and who's the running back again?
James
James
Conner.
Conner.
Yep.
I think with those guys, they can keep afloat until Hopkins gets back. Once D Hop comes back, that opens up a little more for them on offense. I I'm not worried about their offense at all. It's literally their defense, and that's just what, like, Chandler Jones was the heart of that defense. And for them to lose Chandler Jones and Jordan Hicks both in the same offseason is, I don't know how that happens. I would have done everything to at least keep Jordan Hicks. But yeah, I'm gonna say 8 because I think their offense can actually do it.
Let's see. I'm interested. This is a team to watch for sure, and they play the Chiefs week 1, so
Yeah.
really
Oh
looking
no,
forward to
they're losing that game.
that. For
Yep.
sure. Next up, the returning champs, the LA Rams, made a lot of moves, dude. Retooled in a big way. Re-signed Matt Stafford, which is always good. Re-signed Cooper Cup. Signed Allen Robinson, which is a move that I just fucking loved. Don't forget, OBJ is still on this team. Don't forget. Um, Joe Noteboom. That's one hell of a name. I'm not gonna lie, that's one hell of a name.
Who is that?
Re-signed him, offensive tackle.
Oh,
It's a hell of a name, dude.
that is Ellen.
And then obviously re-signed Aaron Donald. And then picking up Bobby Wagner. I really like that. I think that was
Yeah.
a really good sneaky move. And then getting Troy Hill from the Browns as well for a 5th-round pick. That's great value. But on the other hand, they lost a lot of things as well. Sony Michel to the Dolphins, which I'm really surprised. He was their leading rusher last season, if I'm not mistaken. Losing Robert Woods to the Titans in that trade, which I don't think they mind too much considering their depth. Andrew Whitworth retired, which is a tough blow. Austin Corbett to the Panthers. Sebastian Joseph Day to the Chargers. Von Miller to the Bills. I'm not even going to try to say that name respectfully. Darius Williams to the Jaguars and Johnny Hecker to the Panthers. So there's some turnover here, especially on the offensive line. I think that's going to be the story to look out for, especially when you consider that Stafford threw the most INTs last year, which still boggles the mind a little bit. Just considering how well he does on that side of the ball, just weird. I wonder if that trend continues this season. But I think he's going to have a little bit less time in the pocket, which can be unfortunate considering. But the receivers on this team is absolutely fucking nuts. Like come week 10, if they can survive and not have additional injuries, you get OBJ back with the team that you already have, and it's like, how do you cover this? Like we're never running the ball. Like we're just spreading it out far wide and going crazy. Like this is nuts. But go ahead.
That's the thing. They still have to sign OBJ. So
From the Buffalo.
And that's the biggest rumored team to
Is he he's a restricted free agent though, right? He's not like a
I thought he was just a free agent.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I
He's
think
still with the team.
I
say he's still with the team. I look into that.
Oh, he's been there, but yeah, I think he's still a free agent. Like everybody's saying.
Yeah, I think he's unrestricted.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he wouldn't be toying around with. He was fooling around with Giants fans saying that he'd come back to the Giants.
Yeah, which I don't know.
Yeah,
why
you're right.
Hell,
yeah,
he is unrestricted. Sorry.
Why would you even?
No, you're all good.
Why would you even do that? That doesn't.
I don't know. Yeah, like, I always wanted to win the ring for that.
That's like going back to your ex that abused you. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Those lights are bright, brother.
Yeah. What do you guys think of Allen Robinson? Do you think
he's gonna ball out this year?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I
Yeah,
kind of I kind of hate that he left the Bears just because I feel like with what they have going on now, like rebuild wise, I thought it's a great weapon for Fields, but the rich get richer. I honestly, I really don't like this fucking team. I'm gonna be real. This is giving me major like Miami Heat vibes of 2015. Like that's how I feel about this team. So I'm not a fan. Like I dislike them. But as far as what they bring to the table, it's undeniable. Offensively and defensively, like they're a powerhouse. Um, but fuck the way they built it. Like I'm not a fan of that at all. But they made it work, and they got a really good sort of all Madden team where like you want to play this team and you want to play as them.
yeah.
Um,
Well, not me. I want to play as the Eagles.
oh man, of
Yeah,
course you do, of course you do, and a lot more people will. To be fair,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
um, I'm gonna be bold here. I'm gonna say 11-6. I think they're gonna still be the best team in this division. But there's some holes now. There's some chinks in the armor that
There
I
are.
feel like weren't there at the
Yeah,
end
Yep.
of last season. So
yeah. Um, I think it's possible they can go 11-6, but I think they can do 12-5 again. Um, like just looking at the schedule, Bills, Falcons, Cardinals, Niners, Dallas, Carolina. That's when they go into their bye week on week 7. Like they could
mhm,
theoretically go 6-0 or 5-1.
for sure,
Yeah.
that Bills game is tough.
That
I
Bills game
agree.
is the toughest one. Yeah, and I think they could actually lose that.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
I
think it's
think that game is
possible.
yeah, that game is closer than people think.
Yeah. Oof. I'd hate. I'm glad. I'm just glad we don't face them until the playoffs.
I'm honestly glad that they gave us that matchup week 1 because that was like the
That's a
what if
great matchup.
scenario,
Yeah.
literally the what if
Yeah.
of last year's playoff run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really awesome week 1. I'm a fan of, like I said, I'm a fan of the players. I'm not a fan of the team. I will root against this team all season.
Yeah. They literally
So
turn the
what's your
cap off.
legit? So what's your final prediction, Matt, for their record?
I'd probably go 11-6. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I think as long as Stafford doesn't keep throwing his interceptions, because you know what they say, you can leave Detroit, but Detroit doesn't leave you. That definitely happened quite a few times last season, but I think he'll. I really don't think he needs to take that major of a step. I mean, you already won the Super Bowl. You know, you're going to be there for the next 3 or 4 years of your life. So,
I
you
just
know,
want to know. I just want to know who's replacing Whitworth.
Yeah.
that's a good question. I can look that up real quick before we head to our final team. Their starting left tackle is Joe Noteboom. That's
That's
who's
who
being
that
listed
is.
right now, left
Okay.
tackle. So, I'm not familiar with him, but um, yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how they'll do this season.
Yeah, I think this is his first season at left tackle too, because he was on the team last year, but obviously losing him is big.
Mm-hmm.
But let's move on to
Yes, sir.
the other notable team in this division, the San Francisco 49ers, man. This is the team that has me salivating this year. And I know that sounds a little sus, but I'll say it. I think this is a team that overperformed last year in a big way.
Yeah.
Um, didn't really take much hits as far as their team and what they have and the upside of what they're potentially rolling out there this season as far as what could go right. Like it's really sexy, but a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things can go wrong in a real big way.
Yeah.
So this is a really intriguing team to me. Um, there's a long list of additions here, so I'm not going to take too long on this, but signing Ray McLeod is a big one. And then obviously re-signing a lot of the players that they needed. I think the biggest acquisition here is Charvarius Ward. Signed a 3-year deal with them, as well as getting George Odom. So short up their already reliable defense while bringing back a lot of their offensive pieces as well. Obviously, Debo being the biggest. But lost Raheem Mostert to the Dolphins, lost Richie James Jr. to the Giants, Mohamed Sanu to the Dolphins, Trent Sherfield to the Dolphins as well. Lakin Tomlinson to the Jets. That's probably one of the bigger ones as well. Alex Mack retired. That's a big hit. Tom Compton went to the Broncos. Arden Key went to the Jaguars. DJ Jones went to the Broncos. Contavious Street to the Saints. Kwan Williams to the Broncos. And then Jaquizi Tart to the Eagles. So I think this is one of the more process-driven teams in the league. I think we see that with people like Robert Saleh getting opportunities in New York and other places. Like
Hmm.
it's a stamp of approval that you come from this organization, and I think that always says good things. Like you want to be a part of that. You want to be a team that is known for having a good system and churning out good players. Um, I think I think the upside here is very high. At the same time, though, um, call it what you want. He's not a rookie, but you're dealing with someone who is the first time starting quarterback, and that's a
Hmm.
significant thing. I'm gonna go 10-7 here, but honestly, I think their upside is somewhere in the 13-4 range because of how well they overperformed. If they're able to get sort of plus, let's make this clear. It's not hard to be better than Jimmy G in today's NFL. If he can do that and bring more things to his offense with a really good scheming coach and Shanahan, like I think this team has very high upside. But I'm gonna lock in 10-7 just to be conservative.
Yeah. I who I forgot the depth of their running back position now, but I'm gonna say 10-7 or wait, what did I say for the Rams?
You said 11-6
6.
or 12-5. Wow, learned too.
Yeah, you went 12-5.
12-5 for them. So I'm gonna go 11 for the Niners.
Okay. What about you, man?
I'm sticking with 10-7. Um, I'm not really sure how losing Mike McDaniel is going to affect them that much, but I think Kyle Shanahan can still dial up a lot of plays. That can help out Trey Lance. I don't think their run game is going to be affected that much. Um, but losing Raheem Mostert um, may have some negative effects, but they also have Elijah Mitchell still. So I think this
Elijah
is
Mitchell.
fine.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They'll be playoff contenders for sure.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
They did lose. They did. Trey Sermon is gone though.
Yep.
That was another running back that was good for them
Yes,
last year.
sir.
So
So
yeah.
now let's move on to the saddest affair in the entire league, in my opinion. The Seattle Seahawks. So they acquired Drew Lock in that trade, and he's not even starting week 1. That just says how
Wow,
bad
isn't
they
it?
got fleeced right there.
Yeah.
He's injured, but at the same time, I think Gino would have won that spot anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
hilarious. Re-signed Rashad Penny, which I think is good, but I don't think he's the starter there long term. Um, signed DK Metcalf to a nice little deal. Re-signed Will Disley. Got Noah Fant, which I think is a big move for them. I really like their tight ends. But also got Shelby Harris in that trade as well. And Sidney Jones, Quandre Diggs. These are all names that stick out as far as re-signs. But there's a lot of L's here too. Obviously, losing Russell Wilson is big. Even though he looked kind of shitty last year, yes, injury plays a factor. But I'm keeping my eye on that this season.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Carson retired. Gerald Everett to the Chargers. Jamarco Jones to the Titans. Carlos Dunlap to the Chiefs. And Bobby Wagner to the Rams and DJ Reed to the Jets. Those are the biggest defensive L's that they took, and they filled some holes. Don't get me wrong, but I think defensively they're going to take a step back, and offensively they're going to take a huge step back. I'm gonna. This is my hot take team. I'm gonna go 2-15. They're gonna get dogged this year.
Yeah, I was gonna follow up with that. I'll give them 4 wins. That's just being generous. Um, yeah, Seahawks fans, this tank, get Vince Young. Tank and get Vince Young. It's probably is what your main objective should be, and then just go do your rebuild phase. Because there's not even a point. We can talk about their lack of depth. We can talk about how their schedule is going to be insanely difficult for who they have. What are you doing, Bella? She's even mad about the Seahawks right now too. But yeah, I'll do like 4. I'll do 4-13, and I'm feeling generous. But 2 wins is actually a fair assessment, honestly.
I don't know. I'm actually thinking 5. But I think there's gonna be one game they actually surprise people on. I'm not sure what that is.
Probably the
On the
Cardinals.
schedule. That's what I was kind of thinking, but then I was like, I don't know if I want to split the Cardinals or not. 'Cause I think they could end up losing both games to the Cardinals, but it's possible they split too. That's what that's probably it. That's probably
Okay.
it. Yeah. So I'll give him 5.
Not much to talk about on that front.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we finished up our divisional rankings. We finished up all the pleasantries, and now it's time to get into the competition that is our NFL picks for week one. So let's do a quick recap here. I'm sorry I didn't have this handy,
Yes, sir.
but I might as well go into the doc and see what we got here. So we finished the season, which is regular season only. Keep in mind.
Yeah.
Um, I went 164 and 106 with one tie, while you went 167 and 103. So entirely tight race,
Yeah.
better numbers than most fucking analysts out here. Let's be
Yeah.
real. Like we
Oh
killed
yeah.
it last season, so we got a lot to live up to this season, picks wise. So I'm really excited to kick things off on the right foot here with week one. The Thursday night game, LA Rams versus Buffalo Bills. I'm really excited to hear you guys' takes on this. So I'm going to take a back seat. I'm going to throw the lob up to you two. What has you excited for the season opener, you guys?
You're the part-time Bills fan.
Yeah. All right. So for context, yes, I have my Chargers jersey on,
Yeah.
or Chargers shirt on, but right back there. Let me see if I can aim it. My Trey White jersey. Hope he comes back. Um, I'm extremely nervous about this game. Um, we can very easily lose this. If Ken Dorsey doesn't dial up the right play calling. Because people have to consider that too. I mean, we went 11-6 with one of the easier schedules in the league, and analysts have us going 13-4 with an even tougher schedule. You know what I mean? So it's just like it's just week one. I have us losing. I really do. I think we're kind of going to have our ups and downs to start off, and then we're going to start picking up the pace in the later season. So I'm going to give us a loss week one, but I think it'll be like a very competitive game. I think it's going to be like the Cowboys and Bucks from last year. It'll be down to like a field goal or just a straight touchdown. You know,
um, I actually think you guys can win this one. I think it'd be a close game, like you said. I think it comes
yeah,
down to a field goal, but I think you guys win it. I think the Bills, and this is not a knock against the Rams. I just think that the Bills are going to come out with a different level of aggression this year, and start things off like like basically how they ended the season, right? I think they can win this one. I think it'll be close,
sure.
but I don't know. I'm
You
just
see,
I
it's
there's
tough,
something
right?
it's something about the Bills that this year that's just got me kind of just like I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, bro. I'm guzzling the whole container. Like I think this is it for them this year. I think they build on how they lost last year. Like losing to the Chiefs the way they lost last season. It shouldn't have happened. It
They're
just shouldn't
still
have happened.
hurting right
Yeah, no, we
now.
I
didn't make the playoffs.
like
I'm not
that
gonna.
hurt me, and I'm not a Bills fan. Like I was literally sitting on my couch, like, oh my bad. I felt like I jinxed them because I texted Jonathan, like right after that touchdown, that last touchdown. I was like,
Yeah.
you got to come on to the show, bro. And no sooner did I send that text message, that was it. End of the game. I was like, oh man, my bad.
Dude, I couldn't fall asleep.
There's
Yeah.
no way you could.
I felt literally sick to my stomach. And like I said, I'm always gonna be a Bills fan, same when I'm probably a Chargers fan because my brothers hate Herbert unironically, or they just genuinely hate him as a player. I don't know. So Let's get that out of the way. But yeah, I like it's sort of one of those. It's one of those things where like people are overrating the Bills to a degree, or I wouldn't say overrating, but they're overpraising them, right? I think it's fairly obvious to say they are undebatably one of, if not the best teams in the NFL, right? Everyone can universally agree with that. It's just a matter of execution and having to consider some of their weaknesses, right? Because yeah, you put in Von Miller, you be back Shaq Lawson, who I don't even know where he was last year. Maybe he was on the Dolphins or something like that.
I think it was Carolina.
Or is it Carolina? Yeah, you bring in you draft Kyrie Elam, and yeah, obviously you have a bunch of great picks. One of them I'm not even gonna bother saying right now. So, it's like everything is there for them to win, especially when it comes to week one. It's just some part of me thinks that like they're gonna get too cocky, or Josh Allen is gonna start doing some really dumb stuff on the field, which he's done in the past. He did a lot last season that is going to cost us the game. And I don't want that. Like, if we're going to lose, I'd rather us lose because our defense is underperforming or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather us have a 2020 defense with a top tier offense. And then you can't really you just blame the defense and not the offense. You know what I mean? I feel like, I don't know. Sorry, I know it's kind of all over the place, but, you know,
I
felt
think
out
it,
creeping in.
I think the season really depends on if Josh just has that mid-season slump or not. I don't think he will. I think he'll stay even keeled throughout the season. I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping he does because I think that this is the first year that I can say that I have confidence. No, sorry, I said it last year that they could make it to the Super Bowl. But I think this year they actually do make it to the Super Bowl. Like this is that season for them, and I think that what everyone was hoping they would do last year is what they're going to end up doing this year. So I think they come out hot and heavy, with a chip on their shoulder from the way they lost in the playoffs. And I think you just start right there, and it's just something. This is the Super Bowl we should have had last year.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this matchup a lot. I think they're set apart by such small margins, and when that's the case, you always want to side with the home team, right? So I'm going with the Bills on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Won't be surprised either way though. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one plays out. Awesome way to start the season. But let's get right into our Sunday slate. Really hype about this, starting it off properly with the Ravens versus Jets. Interesting new pieces to show for both teams. But Ravens will win this one 100%. So I'm penciling mine in. Please give your analysis as you feel necessary.
There's no
Yeah,
analysis.
no, there is no. Yeah, Chris, so you're gonna be a very happy man that first Sunday. Leave it like that.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
Perfect.
no. If y'all lose this game,
Got problems.
you
We got
got problems.
problems.
You got problems.
We got problems.
Yeah.
Sauce needs to do some crazy shit for that to work out, but we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We shall see. Yeah, if we lose that, that's crazy. Crazy town.
Yeah.
The Cougars got to us. I'll blame. But anyway, Browns versus Panthers. At Carolina. This is the grudge match of all grudge matches. I'm going with the Panthers here. I think that both this is going to be a defensive game. I think it's going to be a
Mhm.
low scoring game. But I think the offensive upside, as well as just the chip, like Baker Mayfield is known for, as someone who has a chip on his shoulder no matter what, and giving him a reason to want to come out and fuck you up is
Mhm.
even worse, in my opinion. So I think this is going to be a really fun, chippy matchup. And I think this game is going to tell us a lot about what the Browns are going to have to offer this season. I think if they really give the Panthers a run for their money in this one, um, might want to consider that they're going to be a little bit of a overperformer considering what they're up against. So I'm really excited for this one. I'm going to go with the Panthers, but interested to see how this one plays out for sure.
I'm
Don't do it. Please don't do it.
you know the reason why I actually think that the Browns can actually pull this off?
Oh dear.
Because you hate Baker Mayfield?
No. It got nothing to do with Baker. It has nothing to do with Baker because I think Baker's going to go off in this game. But Carolina's defense, that's secondary. I think Jacoby Brissett can pick him apart. I think he can. You got Amari Cooper there, right?
Yeah.
And the Browns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So that's the reason why I'm really. I don't know. I think this could be a close game. I could see
Gonna be a close game.
I could no I but I can make a case that this is going to be a close game that's higher scoring. I'm not going to say 30s, but I think it's going to be close to the 20s.
Mhm.
You
And
thinking more of a defensive matchup
I think it's more so an offensive matchup.
for only for like to get score like put 20 points together? You think?
I think they could. I don't trust Carolina's defense this year, bro.
I don't trust the Browns offense, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I really don't.
I can see why you
Who's
say
their
that.
second best receiver?
I can
Like, I have no clue.
I don't know.
Yeah, they have. They
Njoku,
admittedly have the worst wide receiving core in the NFL.
they
Yeah,
probably
it's
do, but
Njoku.
you also have Kareem Hunt there.
Who's pissed off? Who wants to leave? Like,
Yeah, but like you got no other choice but to play. Like
and Nick Chubb. Yeah, I agree.
and Nick Chubb. So I don't know. I really do believe that I think they could pull it off. And this got nothing to do with Baker Mayfield. Because I think that but I told you when I product a prediction that I do believe that Cleveland can keep it afloat till Watson gets back. And I think Brissett is going to be that guy. I think he keeps them around that 500 mark, maybe a little above it by the time he gets back. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it, Cleveland.
Wow. 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 I'm just happy that I get a +1 on you this early in the week. What about you, Matt? What are you thinking?
Setting aside logic, and considering that the NFL is scripted, I'll go with the Panthers. No, not really, but yeah, I'm leaning more towards the Panthers. I I guess it could be a bit more specific. Their offensive line concerns me a bit because don't they have three starting rookies or at minimum
In
two
Carolina?
in Carolina
I think so.
at left tackle and left guard, I want to say, and I think they brought in a guy in free agency as
I don't
center.
know about free agency, but I do.
I could be wrong about that, but I think they brought in three rookie offensive linemen. So they're starting, and you go against Myles Garrett. Like what? You're gonna double team him every play? Like you can't risk that.
Through. He's blowing through.
Yeah.
That's
So,
and I
but
didn't even
maybe,
mention him.
yeah, yeah.
Them
But
biceps is out already.
Bro.
so maybe Baker has the ice in his veins, and their O line at least holds up in terms of run blocking. And you have DJ Moore. You can bring in Terrence Marshall as well.
Christian McCaffrey.
Oh yeah, shoot, Chris McCaffrey as well. So you have a lot of those sort of like shifty, fast receivers, or even a running back in this case as well. Yeah. So, but I do agree with Derrick. I agree with you, Chris. I think it's ultimately going to be very competitive and will be a close game. The people actually expect.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a really telling game. Like
It is.
how both teams look is gonna tell us a lot about
Yeah.
their seasons and their projections. So really looking forward to that one. Colts Texans. This is super easy, right? Texans take this 10 times out of 10. Right?
Texans are winning this one. Hands down.
Yeah. If you have Brandon Cooks on your team, start him.
Oh yeah.
But besides that, um, they're gonna get destroyed in this game.
Oh, they're gonna get
the
that
Colts
work.
are gonna get to show out.
They're gonna get that crazy work.
Do you agree with us, Matt?
I'll be totally honest with you. I didn't even know. I thought you guys were being serious for a second.
Oh no.
I really didn't know how to respond. I was gonna be like, yeah, man, the Texans. Woo. You yeah. I don't even think we need to have like in that conversation.
There's no
Texans
about
tank. You're better off tanking, respectfully. And Colts will come away with the victory.
Heck yeah.
Matt
Jags,
Ryan is going to do crazy fantasy wise. week 1.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Start him.
for sure.
Start
Jonathan
him.
Taylor, start
Yeah.
him too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Even Pittman,
And Michael Pittman.
if
Yeah,
you want.
yeah.
I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
Crazy.
This one is also a game that I think is going to be a fun showcase game. Do I think it's as close? No, but still, I think this is a fun game. Jags at Commanders. What do you guys think about this matchup?
The Jags winning this one, bro.
Come on, bro. It's listen. You are the resident Carson Wentz defender. You should have at least made the case, bro.
What
Like,
case?
come
There's
on.
no case. There's no case. Doug Peterson knows
Oh,
Carson Wentz. Like this is this is easily set up for the Jags to win this one. Chase
scary
Young,
Terry can't do
Chase Young is
nothing.
out. Yeah, like I have no faith in their rookie running back. Like he's not even playing because he just got shot I think last week, so
Yep.
he's
Yeah, praise
life.
him.
So yeah, like I mean Antonio Gibson I guess is gonna do what he does, but the Jags I have really good expectations for the Jags this year. So
Yeah. Yeah,
Jags
you
win
want to know
this
what's crazy? Antonio Brown. Antonio Gibson wasn't even practicing with the starting squad. He was
one.
literally working with like third stringers
Yeah,
for kick returns.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So
So he would have probably ended up being the second back at some point this season, but now it's RB1 for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and I only mentioned that to bring up that yeah, I mean, who else do they really have besides Gary Terry and Antonio Gibson? You know, their
And
offensive line
Carson Wentz is
is
gonna do what Carson
downgraded.
Wentz
Chase
does.
Young is out.
I'm just saying those cops better look into where Antonio Gibson was that night because at this rate, at this rate, he stands to gain the most. But yeah, that was a little fucked up. But I think, listen, I think they
Wow.
could come out and scare people here. I think if
Ooh,
they're able to get stuff going offensively, listen to me. If they're able to get stuff going offensively, little dink and dimes, little passes over to Scary Terry, I think they can start off this game in a way where you think this is going to be a competitive matchup. I think there can be a way where Carson Wentz leads them to a good couple first drives, and this is a close game. But at the same time, the reason why I say that is the Jags is a young team. We're acting like everyone is quick to anoint the Jags this year, which makes
no,
sense. They made a lot of good moves, but they're still a very young team.
they
So
are. They are.
I'm picking the Jags here. Let me make that clear. But
Okay.
I think this is a game where the Commanders are trying to prove something. And I think early on in this game, they might come out to just do that, to punch this young team in the mouth and try to get out ahead of it. So
You know
keep an
what
eye
they
out for that,
you know what they're trying to prove? That the Eagles gave up on the wrong QB. That's what they're trying to prove. Okay.
which is
I, you know
ridiculous.
how you know when this game is going to actually be close? In the first half. Carson Wentz is going to have a couple of good drives. It happens every year, bro. I swear to
This is
God, like
exactly
this
what I'm saying. Yeah.
every year. He has a couple of good drives, and you look at him like, why these two teams give up on him? And then all of a sudden he does something stupid that just frustrates the hell out of you. And it's like, what? He holds onto the ball way too long. Now defense is coming all on. Like, bro, come on, man. Come on.
This is coming from a place of experience. I can tell.
This is
And I
hurt.
just want to say,
This is
I'm
hurt.
listen. I'm disappointed in you. Okay.
Hey,
That
reality.
listen. That fucking. You see it. That should be spinning. We should not be having this conversation without that helmet spinning. Just gotta
My
say,
bad. My bad.
because
My
because
bad.
this is coming from home. Like
Yeah.
this is coming from a deep place. So I feel
Yeah.
you on this. And the
Yes.
fact that you have soured to Carson Wentz after the year we had last year, where on this show I had to remind you over and over again why he's the worst thing ever, and you made the case for him early on, and then towards the end of the season you
Frank
finally
Reich.
came around. Like I love it.
Frank Reich, bro. Like that's what that was my thinking. Like, okay, he's possibly gonna get back to that MVP level, and not only that, but you see all the weapons he has, better offensive line than he had his last year in Philly. You know what I'm saying? Like it's everybody was out in Philly, like everybody was injured, so it really made no sense. But no, Wentz is gonna have a couple good drives, and then all of a sudden it's gonna be, sack,
Over.
turnover. Like it's
Yeah.
get out of here.
I'll make a bold prediction that the first good drive or one of the first better drives they have is when Carson Wentz gets benched for Sam Howell.
Wait, who's the
Who should be
backup?
the starter? Who honestly should be the starter?
Who's the backup?
Sam Howell,
Where's
quarterback.
where's Heineke? Is he not the backup?
He, he
I think
oh,
he's
sure, I forgot.
somewhere
Actually, I
else.
forgot about him. Yeah, I think he's still on. I think he's still on the roster.
Because to me, he should be the guy starting.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
Prediction.
still there.
Prediction. I'm willing to go on a line and say they start him by week 7.
Wow.
Heineke or Howell?
Heineke.
I will take that bet. What do you want to do? I will take that.
I take that bet. No, I take that bet. I take that bet for Howell instead of Heineke.
For Howell. Okay,
Yeah.
either one. I say either one.
Yeah,
Carson Wentz isn't starting by week 7.
I made that bet.
That's crazy.
He's not starting by week 7, and they
You
put a
heard
lot
it
of
here
money into
first.
Yeah.
Damn, that dude got paid.
He got paid.
Just get sent out like this. Damn.
I mean,
Get your money, Carson
Chase
Wentz.
Young
'Cause
is out.
that was the ugliest fucking blazer I've ever seen anybody put
Bro,
on for
that
press
was
conference.
I had no.
Man's look like a glizzy, just looking like a hot dog with mustard. Like that's exactly what he looked like. So it's gonna be a tough time, bro. It's gonna be a tough time.
Week 7, he's not a starter.
So you're going with the Jags too, right, Matt? I can move
Yeah,
on.
yeah, absolutely.
Perfect. All right. Next up, one of my favorite games to watch out for. I think this is going to be super competitive as well as very telling. Patriots at Dolphins, Week 1, divisional game. Obviously, Dolphins got a lot of steam considering they got Tyreek, and everyone is putting their hopes on Tua. I'm really excited for this one, man. I think 100 times out of 100 times, this is going to be a fun game. It's going to be an offensive game versus
Yes.
a defensive game, which I think you tend to think will favor the Dolphins, right? But I'm tipping my hand here a little bit. Let me make this very clear. I don't think that the Patriots have a better season than the Dolphins, but I think you don't come out and have a first a first welcome against Belichick and have a good time. So I'm going with the Patriots in this one.
I'm going opposite. I'm going Dolphins.
I'm going Dolphins too.
That offensive line for New England is atrocious.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Wait, the Patriots offensive line?
Mm-hmm. They've had struggles in preseason, bro. In training camp, they've been having struggles.
Just the offensive. I don't remember hearing reports about the offensive line. I think in general. Well, I can't. Oh, is that actually the case?
It's the offensive line, but the offense in general for sure. But
okay, gotcha.
All your offense starts at the line,
right.
right? So,
yeah.
If you can't hold up,
I can't wait to prove you guys wrong about this.
I'm perfectly fine with that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I just
you're fine.
Like New England, like I'm not saying that they're going to be trash this year, but I'm not expecting them to beat the Dolphins this year, right? This game, and this is in Miami, right?
Pressure a young QB out of the pocket. It's gonna be Bill Belichick.
Yeah,
so
for sure. But I mean, that's it's not we're talking about a rookie QB right now.
I mean, we might as well be considering the way he plays, right? Like that's the like everyone's hype about this team because yes, now we have a good offense, but it's gonna take a lot for that to play out.
We've talked about this. I do believe that it's going to take them a little bit to get into a rhythm. Like I'm not expecting the Dolphins to right off rip be like a major juggernaut. Like right off, I'm not expecting that. But when you got a team that doesn't have a great offensive line, like that's easy to expose. And if you're now playing from behind, and you already don't have like the best defense. Like their offensive defense are they're both subpar this year. So I'm not expecting much from them at all. So
I think Mac Jones is the better QB of the two. And I think
I think
scheme wise, the fact that they lost our GOAT. It matters, okay? It matters. Personnel matters. It's not just talent.
No, for sure.
As the Bills fan, I can like the Dolphins. Just say, I don't know what annoys me more, the Dolphins or Patriots, but their entire offense, the day being Dolphins, like is literally going to be 5 yard slant passes to Tyreek Hill.
Hey, hold up. You know who you should not forget about? Mike Gesicki. That's my guy.
Oh, you like
That's
Mike
I
Gesicki?
like him. I like him. I was talking about him all year last year.
He's not that. He's not all that.
He's not the best tight end in the world, but he's the guy that's not going to be looked at,
That's true.
right?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
And with him not being looked at that much, that's going to give defenses problems.
This is going to be the Devontae Parker revenge game. Sign it in right now. I'm telling you, you're going to see.
They ain't going to
You're
win.
going to see.
They ain't going to
They're
win.
going to win. I can't wait to come back to this clip. But I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. We can move on. We can move on. We can move on. Saints at Falcons. This is super easy here. Saints, right?
Yep, Saints.
No need for analysis, but I think it could be a fun game. Like I think it could be an
If you're a
exciting
Saints fan.
offensive game.
Yeah.
No.
If you're a Saints fan,
You're
or
a
you're
Falcons
a
fan. This sucks.
Yeah. Or you're a Falcons fan watching the last drive.
hey, you
Yeah,
might turn
3
this
points or
off by
touchdown.
halftime.
Yeah.
Eagles at Lions up next. I'll let you take the reins on this one, Derrick.
Eagles.
That's it. That's all you got to say.
That's all I got to say.
Okay. What
Eagles.
about you? What about you, Matt?
I got the Lions actually.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the hell right.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Eagles, of course, man. That's I got you,
funny.
Derrick.
That's so funny. You know why? Because I'm picking the Lions. And y'all are not willing. Y'all are not willing to make this argument, so it's fine with me. They're at home against a team in which, yes, there's a lot of big improvements. Also, still very unproven. This is a Lions team that, let's make this very clear, a lot more competitive than a lot of people remember or like to remember from last season.
For sure.
So I think they're going to come out and punch the Eagles in the mouth. So really excited for this one. Really excited for this one.
Get the hell out of here.
Locking
You're actually
it in.
picking the Lions.
Locking it in. Lions week 1 against the Eagles.
I didn't think you would give me a game.
Come back to this clip, Derrick, and if Chris was right, then
on both of these, I don't know. We got problems, bro. If I was right on both of these, we got problems. But let's get it. Next up, Steelers at Bengals. This is a fun one. Really big divisional matchup. I think both of these teams have really good upside. I think this is gonna be a fun game, man. What do y'all think?
I think it's gonna be a fun game too. I think that the Bengals win this one, but I think this is gonna be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, I'll take the Bengals too.
Hell yeah. I'm just waiting for Kenny Pickett to get started. That's what I'm waiting on, because I think his upside is real, and I think he's going to be a good player at some point. But Trubisky fucking sucks, and that's going to be the ultimate reason why.
You still got Mason Rudolph.
Hey, that's Money Mitch you're talking about. MVP.
I will hope so for his sake. I will hope so.
What week does Pickett start? When does it officially become the Pickett era?
I think it's a little longer than people think. I'm gonna say like week 9.
That's fair.
I think it's gonna take some time for Mitch to become old Mitch.
We're giving like week 10.
I say around 8 or 9 too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
49ers at the Bears. Nobody says anything because we're all thinking the Niners.
Yeah.
We move on. Packers at the Vikings. Very sneaky, exciting game here.
You think so?
I'm going with the Vikings. Yeah, 100%. I think so. I think that the Vikings are in position to make a big leap under new ownership, new management. I'm really excited for this turnaround and see what comes of it. People always talk shit about Kirk Cousins, man. I think this is a hot take right here. I think he's a top 14 QB in this league. So I'm going with the Vikings here.
Yo, you gotta make that list out, buddy.
Yeah. I was agreeing with everything you said up until that top 14.
Because it might not be too far fetched, but it might be like closer toward the end of that.
He's 100% towards the end.
I just need to see the list. I need to see your 20. Let me put it like that.
Got you.
I might have to make my 22. I might have to do that so we can compare that.
Yeah,
Vikings for sure.
I'll take the Vikings too.
Yeah, I don't think the Packers depth is going to be much to write home about this year. So
For sure. And after seeing all the clips from Aaron Rodgers on Joe Rogan Experience, the guy seems like a fucking dutz. So more reason to pick against this man. Interesting. But anyway,
yeah,
Chiefs at Cardinals up next. Sneaky game. I think if the Chiefs struggle here, that's going to be the main storyline. But picking the Chiefs here for sure.
oh Chiefs, and if McCole Hardman is, I'm assuming he's healthy now. I think what happened to him was a little minor. Um, I think he's gonna have a really good game this week.
Hmm.
Chiefs win this one.
What about you, Matt?
I'll take the Chiefs too. Yeah, all right. Jesus, Bell, I'm sorry. I don't really like the Cardinals that much.
Raiders at Chargers, a rematch of that wild
Mm,
final game of the season to determine who got the playoff spot.
yeah,
I'm really excited for this one. You guys are at home. I'll let you take the lead on this, Matt. What's your thoughts on this matchup?
All right, I'm gonna let you know this much right now. All right.
Buckle
If
in.
we do not win this game, all right, I, I'm gonna be so upset.
Shambles.
I want to literally destroy Derek Carr, not injure him, but I want him to feel pressure every single play. That
Yes.
offensive line is total dog water. Respectfully. If I do not see Derek Carr panicking in the pocket every 15 seconds, I will be disappointed. This should literally be an easy week 1 win. And you can quote me on that.
Wow.
You can quote me on that. This should be
Wow.
extremely easy for us because we're coming back after a loss to them where we should have eventually made the playoffs. We didn't freaking lose to the Texans. We would have been locked in, but instead we lost to the Texans and then we lose, 2 weeks later. But then we're in a situation now where even though, yes, the Raiders had the best wide receiver in the NFL, yes, you know, we obviously had our struggles defensively last season. We went from here to here in terms of all the signings. I think our coaching is there. Justin Herbert is on track to have an MVP level season. All right. Easy week 1 victory. You can call me on that. And if I'm wrong,
easy,
you can
bro.
clip this and you can roast me as such, and I'll accept it.
I'm not gonna roast you. The Raiders will win this one though. I will not roast you, but Raiders, Raiders, Raiders will win this one, bro. I think it's gonna be a close game though. I think it's gonna be a very close game. I think it's very underrated though as to how much attention that offense is going to command this year. Like Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller. I think
Monte Adams.
that's what, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's you got all these guys that can easily be top 10, top 5 outside of Devontae Adams. I mean, like he's number one, no doubt. But the other guys could technically, I think that you could argue they could be around top 5 in fantasy this year at their positions, because of the respect that each other is going to command from the defense. Um, yeah, I'm giving that one to 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 the Raiders, bro.
Honestly, this is such a close game. I don't feel bad about you making that pick.
Yeah,
I think this is a shootout. Like I think we're
yeah, it's
gonna
going
we're
to be.
gonna end up with like
Yep.
a 40-point game here.
Yeah,
Um,
highest one of the week, right?
Probably. Yeah, probably. Um, ah, I think I'm doing it again, but with a game this close, you kind of just got to go with the home team, right? Like I feel like that's the biggest thing. Defensively, both of these teams made big strides as well,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
yeah,
Offensively, obviously the Raiders made a bigger stride, but at the same time, I feel like the offensive upside of the Chargers and the chemistry doesn't get as enough credit as it deserves. I think Mike Williams is a wide receiver one on most teams in
he
the
is.
NFL, legit.
Yeah,
He is.
yeah.
So I'm really excited to watch this game. I think this is gonna be fucking fireworks. I'm going with the Chargers though. I think the home team really edges it out, but gonna be a fucking awesome game for sure. Next
Yeah.
up, Giants at the Titans. Uh, Tannehill, get your shit together, buddy. That's all I gotta say. I'm picking the Titans, but won't be surprised if they give them more trouble than they should.
Yeah, I I'm going to pick the Charge. I mean the Chargers. I'm going to pick the Titans, but I wouldn't be surprised if they actually lose this one because I don't even know who they have on defense right now.
Yep.
Yeah, because
Saquon Barkley is going to eat. So I don't know. This one could be either one, but I'm gonna give it to the Titans. We'll see. If they lose this game, though, I don't want to hear anything else the rest of the season from them.
About the Titans. Yeah, me neither.
Nah,
no,
nothing else.
It's a
yeah.
must win in
So
that way.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I'll
Go ahead,
go.
man.
I'll
Already,
go. Yeah, I'll go with the Titans, but they are the most fraudulent teams in the one of the most fraudulent teams in the NFL, or they absolutely were. There, I'm not gonna get into it. Yeah, the Titans give you the win. If you lose, I don't want to hear anything about the Titans being a top team in the NFL.
I agree. I don't think it was such a surprise that they were the first seed last year,
yeah,
and they've gotten significantly worse since then.
Yep.
So if anyone's touting that they're making the playoffs, no doubt, like you're fucking crazy. Like I get that Derrick Henry is that dude, but it's in my mind, you always kind of got to count against the clock against people like him because yes, he is a generational talent, but at the same time, when you consider that position and historically what it does to the body, it's just hard to bank on him being this world beater every single season. Which is
yeah.
why I think he's gotten a little bit of a hit in most fantasy circles. But
Yeah.
I don't think that Robert Woods is going to command as much attention as AJ Brown did.
yep,
Yeah,
So
100%. There's no
that and you,
way.
yeah, that and you're putting in a rookie because let's assume that Burks becomes your definitive wide receiver one.
yeah,
I mean, you're expecting a lot of AJ Brown s production out of him in
Mhm.
his NFL debut
yeah,
and for the rest of the season.
yeah.
And like Chris was saying too, there is a chance that Derrick Henry can regress.
Oh
Not
yeah,
saying he can be a top running back in the league. I think he will until he eventually retires. But someone like him can only maintain that level of success for long before injuries start becoming more common, and
hmm
it's unfortunate.
And does Tannehill stay as a starter? Because Malik has been killing it.
Dude, I had someone in my dynasty league try to fucking fleece me and say that they could get me Jacoby Brissett and I'll give them Malik Willis. I'm like, are you smoking
What?
drugs? And he's like, he's probably not gonna start for like another 3 years. And I'm like, what?
What?
Like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, have
Nah.
you seen the way Tannehill looked in that playoff game, bro? Like,
Yeah.
and that's with top talent still. Like you
Yeah.
said, there's
Yeah.
there's a lot of things for him to figure out this season, and
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have a short leash. To be honest, I don't think he goes early, but I think by
Yeah.
week 11 for sure, Malik Willis will be the starter. Or, um, no, I'm not even gonna say that. He will be the starter by week 11. For
If
sure.
Malik starts at any point this year, are you trading Tannehill?
I think you put him on the market for sure, but
Yeah.
I think that's a good backup to have.
He's a really good backup to have.
But he
But
was disgruntled when they drafted him. So imagine if he gets
yeah,
benched. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
good point.
But I mean, not just that, but you're obviously in rebuild mode right now. So
No, you're
if you're
not though. That's the thing. You're not. How can you consider
bro,
yourself in rebuild mode when you just were the number one seed? We
bro.
see that they're in rebuild mode. I don't think they do.
Okay,
Like I think they're trying to
Yeah.
contend.
okay. That's a better way to put it.
Yeah,
They will be at that point. If you're starting Malik, it makes sense to go get some assets to cover up some of the pieces that you need on that team. That's my overall point.
I agree.
They should go ahead and sell high on him as fast as possible,
I agree.
especially if you have one of these other teams where the QB goes down and you don't have like we said about Jameis Winston earlier. Um, if he were somehow to go down, maybe that's a trade you make.
That's a
If they
good
have
shout.
anything,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know. I don't know if you're able to get anything from them. Like, why not
Try to get a receiver out of it
try
or
to get a
something.
receiver?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, or even
I like that.
Seattle.
Yeah,
You know,
that's a good
so
one. Oh, yeah, look at you, Derek.
hey, man. One of these days I'll be in the
Professionals,
front office.
professionals. So we're all locked in on that. We can move on. Next
Yes, sir.
up, we've got Bucks at Cowboys, part two, week one, part two. But this time, obviously, it's in Dallas. I don't know why this is like a fucking marquee game. Like, why? Why?
Because it's
Explain. Why is
Dallas.
this Sunday night?
Because it's Dallas.
I fucking hate Dallas,
I'm
bro.
I'm
Like at
so
this
tired
point,
of everybody like putting so much on them because it's Dallas.
they
They
are a
have
thousand percent
regressed.
the New York Knicks of the NFL. 1000%.
Yes, they're
Oh
not doing
man,
anything. No,
Cowboys
but
fans
they
are like that.
no, but they are. Every year they say they're going to do something. They don't do anything but lose. You've regressed on players. The year where they had like it was like last year they had guys that were like upper echelon in their positions. They literally did nothing in the playoffs. They went
Disappeared.
home the same day that we did.
And you
They
were in
kicked your
rebuild mode.
ass though. You can't say they didn't. They kicked your ass last season.
That second game.
Oh, the
Talk about
second
the
game,
second
Both
game.
games.
really.
Both games.
Well,
Well,
people mainly talk about that second game, and that's because we didn't have any starters playing that game. We sat mostly everybody.
yeah.
I think by the second quarter we were only doing second and third string players, and then it went from that to third or fourth. Like we really had nobody out there. You know, you had Dakota out there playing for the majority of the game,
Dakota
and
Rain.
yeah. So you know, like like Cowboys fans want to talk about that a lot, but I mean, what have you done? What have you done in the last 20 years? What have you done? You've won three. You know, you've played in three playoff games, right? They didn't even win those.
Won none of them.
So
And looked terrible doing it. Like, regardless of
yes,
how good they looked last season, there were clear regressions this season.
bro, they
And
look
they're
good
they're
against
known
bad
for
teams
shitting the
last
bed.
year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I get you with an interception leader, but it doesn't mean shit if you give up the most yards. Like it
Yo,
doesn't mean
real
shit.
Yeah,
talk.
that's what I'm glad you said that actually. I'm glad you said that.
He's gonna get so blown out this.
Yeah, they're gonna
You're
get
going against
cooked.
Jamar Chase. Oh my god, who else are you going against?
Tom
Yeah.
Brady's gonna eat
Yeah,
in this
Yeah.
game.
he's gonna cook them.
Julio might have a really good game against these guys.
Yep, which I'm hoping.
I hope he does.
That's what I'm saying. And not only that,
He's on some of those supplements. I'm telling you,
and they
gotta
drafted
be.
what was it? Didn't they draft an
That
offensive
boy.
lineman who like gave up who had like 15 to 20 holding penalties?
I think so. And that's
Yeah.
another thing that Dallas is going to have an issue with this year is penalties, especially if you're actually signing Jason Peters. I don't know if they signed him or not, but if they did sign him, penalties
Dude,
through
that
the
game
roof,
against the Niners were horrible, dude.
bro.
Horrible.
The amount of they are the most undisciplined like cast of players I've ever seen. I've never in my life have I seen a team give up as many like yards as they do. It's it's truly mind boggling, and you have nothing to blame but the coaching.
Hmm.
That's another aspect
I was
too.
about to
You know what I
say,
mean?
what are the odds? What would you set the odds at that Mike McCarthy is the head coach next season?
Oh, it's strong.
Um, is the owner still around? Jerry Jones.
Yes, Jerry Jones is still kicking it. Like
However
he,
long Jerry Jones stays, so Mike McCarthy probably be there for the next 10 years because they don't really care about improving their team. They just
how
care
long
about
did
making
Jason Garrett
good
stay there?
profit.
That's true.
And
I
he never
mean,
won a ring, right?
given the kind of production we're expecting out of them this season, it would warrant him being fired. So I don't know.
No. I'm telling you, bro. Jerry Jones is going to stick to his guns. Mike McCarthy won a ring with Aaron Rodgers, right? I think that's going to end up keeping him there a lot longer than people think.
Yeah,
Because Jerry thinks, hey, he won a ring.
yeah.
Hey,
That's all he wants. He just wants that one ring, and then move
shout
on.
out Mike McCarthy, man. That's my long lost uncle right there. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
Shout out my guy Mike McCarthy, man. I need some of them
Yeah,
windbreakers. Send it to
yeah.
me
If,
ASAP.
if that's your long lost uncle, then you might not want to reunite with him.
oh,
Not at all.
Jesus.
Not at all. Next up, our final matchup on Monday. It's fucking ridiculous, but it is what it is. Broncos at the Seahawks. This is the Tyler Lockett revenge game, right?
I hope not.
Broncos, right?
Yes.
How this is the real question. This is the real analysis right here. How many touchdowns does Russell Wilson have, passing and rushing included?
Ooh,
Um,
5.
5. That's big.
I'd give him 3 touchdowns.
Are
You
they
have to
in Denver?
consider they're
No, they're in
away.
Seattle.
They're in
Oh,
Seattle.
okay. Never mind.
So I'll give him three touchdowns. Because you have to consider the running game too. I think that'll open up a bit.
4.
Mhm.
I'll give him 4 then.
That's a good shout. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you set the line at 3.5. So I agree.
Yeah.
I'm going with 4 too, but damn. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. And that's week one, baby.
That's week
Just
1.
like that. That's
Yes,
week
sir.
one.
Yes,
That
sir.
was that was fucking fun, you guys.
That was
This
amazing.
this is awesome. I'm
Yes,
really
sir.
looking forward to seeing how these picks play out. There's a couple in here that I know I'm gonna come back to next week, and I'll be like, I fucking told you so. Two in particular I'm thinking about, so I can't wait. Can't wait.
Eagles
I
and
I'm still like I don't know why you did that. You're already putting yourself behind me.
spitefulness.
I don't get it. I don't get this guy.
I honestly, if you weren't an Eagles fan, that was a pick I was making already. So
Really?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, 100%. Like it's not to spite you at all. I just think it's week one vibes.
I get that, but at the same
respect,
time,
respect.
if you see how they've improved on all levels this offseason, Howie Roseman has really shut us all up.
Hmm.
I'll put it like
I'll
that.
give you that. I'll give you that. But
This
shout out to
there's
Dan
no winning
Campbell
this.
because either way it goes, my boy's gonna be crying in the press conference. So let's
Oh yeah,
get
he's crying.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a couple of tears for sure.
either way, win or loss, he's gonna be crying in this one.
Hey, and
Love to
hey,
see
they
it.
need something good for the Hard Knocks episode. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We'll give it to
Well,
him.
just like that, another great week in the books, you guys.
Yes,
Is there
sir.
anything else? Any parting shots we want to leave the audience with? Or are we good to go?
I think that's it.
All right. So just like that, we're gonna give our MVP predictions right now. I didn't tell them. I didn't let anyone know. Nobody had an idea that this was what I was gonna ask of them. But we got to give our MVPs, right? It's only right to start the season off on the right foot. I'm gonna go a little bit of an untraditional route. Okay. If you don't pick a QB in this one, you're you already lost. So let's start there.
Yeah.
Um, call me a homer. Call me whatever you want. Everyone wants to hang their hat on the season that Lamar Jackson had last year. Give me Lamar Jackson for MVP this year. That's all I gotta say.
It's tough. Um, come back to me.
Matt, you're up.
oh, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert.
I like it.
I
I like it.
um I have a bet with my brother right now. That he'll have more passing yards and rushing yards than Josh Allen.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. That's wild.
I gave
That
him
is
that bet. I
wild.
said he'll win MVP. Yeah,
So
that's the bet
if
I
he
have with
has,
him.
God.
y'all gotta have a clause in there that
We
if
did.
Herbert has more passing yards but less rushing yards, that you
Yep,
still win somehow.
that's
Because
the clause.
nice,
That's the exact clause. Yeah.
that's crazy, dude.
Yep.
I respect you really laying it out there on that one.
You
Yep.
really are, man.
I
And
like it.
because of that, I'm gonna do a spike pick, Josh Allen.
I like it. I like it. Well, that's a perfect way to end off our big week one wrap up show. So I'm really excited, man. All we got now is the games to look forward to. So really looking forward to that. Make sure, once again, we'll do the round robin, but make sure to get all of your social media platforms linked up and notified when OTS Media drops anything. So that's on all platforms, OTS Media, OTS Media Co. for YouTube, if I'm not mistaken.
I
No,
think it's just
OTS
OTS
Media
Media.
Co. for all, and then OTS Media on YouTube.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a
No, you
pro
good.
here.
You good.
Sometimes it gets a little mixed up, but
Yes,
I
sir.
got this.
That's why you got mixed up with the Eagles and Lions game. But
Yeah, yeah, just
it's
a
all
little
good.
bit, just a
It's
little
all
bit.
good.
So yeah, looking forward to another great week. So please make sure that you subscribe on all platforms. Make sure that you notify whenever we post anything that you're getting all the updates straight to your phone because we got a lot of coverage coming up and a lot of big things, especially next week. MMA Archive is back, baby. I'm really excited for that. So make sure you check that out. Make sure that you're also got your notifications on for that. Make sure that you give us a 5-star rating on all podcast platforms. And if you send me some proof, hey, I already told you guys, we got a little running bet going on. Send me some proof of your 5-star rating. I might send you some direct cash. That's the real shit. So do it.
Yes, sir.
And you can also find me at Negron MMA on Twitter as well as Chris Negron _. And just like that, I'm out of here, Matt. Please let us know where they could find you once again.
Yeah, for sure. So it's gonna be Matt underscore T 29. And if you're interested in looking into any other podcasts, got a video game podcast with my best friend Peyton. That's gonna be Boom Squad. I co-host with Derrick and Bianca over on Realish, over here on OTS. And then I do a superhero related podcast with my brother Jonathan. We can be heroes here. Thank you both so much for letting me join you guys today. I had a hell of a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Heck
sir.
yeah. And if you're ever on Apex Legends, let me know. Because I'm a fucking beast in these streets. But go ahead, Derrick. Let the people know where they can find your stuff at.
Yes, sir. At Derrick underscore OTS. But like Chris said, please just follow the brand. I'd rather you follow the brand than follow me. So OTS Media Co. All social media platforms. OTS Media, YouTube. Subscribe, rate, review. Let us know what you guys think about any of the shows. And please give us some feedback. We definitely want to hear from you guys. And we thank you guys for watching and or listening. And we will catch you guys next week.
Yeah. Don't forget, you got to stay in touch, not out of touch, like
Yes.
one Deshaun Watson. Have a great week, you guys.